So, just like everyone else, my Joy-Cons have been drifting. It's really lame because I have these super nostalgic, super cool, modded, clear purple, just like I had on the Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Color. Yeah, I've been in the market for new Joy-Cons for a minute now, and I almost got those Daemon X Machina Pro Style Joy-Cons with super bulky and had the super fat button. I almost got it, but it sold out instantly. Like, I could not get it. But I'm kind of glad because I got something a little bit more my style. Yes, I got the SADE'S Joy-Con pad. I don't call controllers pads. Now, when I play Smash Ultimate, the entire lifespan, I've been using the Hori game battle pad. I prefer it over the GameCube for simple reasons, because the shoulders, very clicky, no distance, and there's no distance because there's no analog in the Switch, so they just go ahead and knocked it out really nice. And it also has an extra bumper, and I'll tell y'all why I use the extra bumper later. The worst part about it is the D-pad. Other than that, it would be like my main controller for all games. I say all games because I know you've only seen two games from this channel, Call of Duty and Smash, two very different games, so I can emphasize that I play all types of games, okay? Going off of the regular GameCube, I'm gonna rate this Joy-Con as if I use it in handheld mode all the time, because I feel like if you're using these, you're using it for handheld, because if you have it docked, you might as well just use your good controllers. Now, with that being said, let's get started with the Joy-Con. I'm gonna start with the right side, the most interesting part. We'll start from top to bottom, so with the bumper and the shoulder. Very clicky. Let y'all hear that, maybe. That's the bumper. Trigger. The bumper, to me, is way springy. It's a little springy, and these controllers are stiff. They're not fluent like I would say the Joy-Cons are. You kind of have to put force into these at first. You kind of get used to it after a while. Not bad for shoulders and bumpers. The next button would be the plus button. It's kind of weird because it's sitting horizontal like that, and it's kind of hard to reach for because you're not expecting it to just be like a pill-shaped horizontal button. It's fine though. It's way out there, just like the plus button is on any other Joy-Con. The next is the Octagon. Now, let's compare the Octagon with the regular GameCube Octagon. So, as you can see, this A button is the center of attention, and right above it is kind of Y. Y sits there nice and pretty up top, and then X is kind of on the side, right? B is really out there, and you can tell that these two buttons are apart from each other. Now, we'll go look at the SADE'S Octagon. The Octagon is kind of like Mickey Mouse. Neither Y or X is on top of A. They're kind of like 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock with A. It's not that bad. You have to get used to it, but you can still lay your thumb across A and Y and still get B. And B is kind of the problem here, because that's how I play. I don't shift like that. I shift like this. And that distance is kind of a lot. I don't really like it on the Joy-Con. I prefer it on a regular GameCube. I think the distance is about the same, but it's just kind of weird when you're holding it like a Joy-Con. And it makes it more weird with the Y and X out of place. However, I never said it was bad. It's just weird. People will talk about the divot that's inside of this Octagon, and as you can see, the A button is slower than the other buttons. That's not present with the other ones as much. C is sitting with B and A and all that, but there's a divot inside of the Octagon, and A is kind of dug inside of it. It's kind of surface level, kind of weird, but I use kind of a lot because you just kind of work with it. A is not that hard to push at all. It's very responsive. You can hit it just fine. Now, with C stick, it's very flat, I would say, comparatively to any other C stick that you might have seen. And the stick is just like a normal Joy-Con that you will see from any other Joy-Con. So, it's got me worried about it drifting. A bit of a smash or pass update with this, and I'll let you know. The home button is pretty cute. It's got a house on it. Focus. It's a house. The layout's a house. And then what's funny is instead of ZL and ZR, it says SL and SR on these. And these kind of feel different. Very clicky, but still small and soft at the same time. Just like the buttons on the regular Joy-Con. Now, on the left side, same thing. Springy, clicky, pill, and Joy-Con stick. Right? The spiral feels really nice. It feels like GameCube spiral. And I do have a better grip when playing. And the D-pad. The D-pad is the best thing about this Joy-Con. I think the D-pad for this thing is the best D-pad you can get for any Switch controller. I've tried, of course, the regular one, and I actually kind of like this one because you push exactly what you want to push, and you don't really get a mix of misinputs. And I've also tried the Zelda Hori D-pad. They made this specifically for the D-pad, and I was thoroughly disappointed by it. The D-pad is super soft, and it has some distance on it when you push it. I've tried it for Tetris 99 and stuff like that, and it just wears me out. Keep pushing it over and over again. Really soft, and I really didn't like it, but I didn't mind it either. It was kind of cheap. I think I got it for like $15. Just does not compare to the clickiness and the space this D-pad has on it. I think it's wonderful. It's awesome. And then the capture button, just the same as the home button, and then these are the same as well. So, as you can obviously see, these are wireless. Pretty cool. Very cool. You don't really get cheap $60 Joy-Cons wirelessly. And not only that, but on the box it says it wakes it up, which it does. It has dual vibration, which I will talk about. So yeah, I forgot to talk about it. It sucks. It's terrible. It totally makes you miss HD Rumble. I instantly got arthritis playing Smash. It was terrible. And then it'll have gyroscope and Bluetooth, obviously, of course. Gyroscope, I can test with Mario Kart. I can test that in a few minutes, I guess. Main thing is Smash, right? So, if you've used normal Joy-Cons before, this will kind of be more or less the same, if not better. You'll be more familiar with your buttons, where they are, even despite them being a little different than a normal Octagon. But as you can see, I'm short hopping just fine. And since I said I'll explain why I have the Pro Controller, it's because the way I play Smash Ultimate is I jump with essentially Z, and with the new macro you can do Y or X and hit Z at the same time, and you'll do a short hop every time, no matter how hard you push it or anything like that. And that's how I mainly short hop, but sometimes I'll do a one button push too. But another big thing was turning around easy, and can confirm you can turn around decently. But I based this review off of handheld mode. I don't really prefer holding it like TV remotes and playing this game. So handheld mode, it really is easy. I'll dash attack, turn around, yeah, see? It's not that bad at all, and it's really kind of nice. So, I will say mashing is kind of weird, because you can't just do like that. The face buttons are dug in, which is funny, but you know, it's not a problem or anything. It's not like I'll be using these for tournaments or for serious occasions ever. This is purely for practice, really. I like to get on my handheld and practice just like I am right now. Just beating Bowser's ass type shit. So yeah, the next thing to try is Amiibos. And the way you do it is you take it, the right side, of course, the C-stick side, and you put it on the C-stick. Works just fine. This is a non-Smash one. Kirby for days. Please buff my pink boy. And here's a Smash one right here. Works just fine. Very nice. Of course, the wireless is working just fine. I experienced no lag whatsoever. And you might be wondering why I'm still holding it like this. Is because I have one of these, but unfortunately, it just simply does not fit whatsoever. So, we kind of SOL on that front. I'm interested to see how holding it like this will fare when playing things. I don't think it would be too bad. I mean, I have small hands alert. Small hands alert. I do not probably recommend this for big hands, just like I wouldn't recommend Joy-Cons for big hands. This is for small hand gang. Rise up. Ooh, that was not hype. That was pretty hype, just out of nowhere. Nice. So I'm gonna change up the grip right now and just use this one right here. I'm gonna test how it feels to play like this. And it's kind of weird so far already, using the D-pad to select and all that stuff. Small flex right quick, very small flex. What's understood doesn't have to be said. Oh, that's smart steering. Oh, tilt controls. Okay, so yeah, I'm turning, it works. So all in all, I will say that this controller was very pleasant surprise. The Octagon, despite it being weird, feels nice. It's not so bad. And this is all in consideration that it is a Joy-Con, that it is $60, and that it feels weird to play when you play like this. It has all the features that you could ever want for $60, and that's a really good price range. And like I said, I'll be using this mainly for handheld mode. The D-pad is fantastic when you're playing Tetris 99 and stuff like that. 2D side scrollers and whatnots. This is very odd, but as you can see, I'm beating 50cc. So yeah, it's pretty much almost the best controller ever made, split in two. It's pretty cool. See, I got Resident Evil 4, a very GameCube-esque game to have, and I played it with that. However, the shoulder buttons still have the same problems as I had with the Joy-Cons, where if you're aiming, it's not really, it's hard to hold down. So it doesn't stay half the time. Sucks, but whatever. To play Smash on it on the go, it's really cool. Awesome. I'm glad I got it. And SADE'S, I'm not sponsored at all. And if you want to send me new revised models of these, that would be so cool. Because I love these things, and if you revised them, I would probably get them again. Because they're so cheap, $60. You get the wireless, you get the NFC chip, you get the gyro, they charge on the side. They even have little charger on the side. Don't know why. I wouldn't use it. But thanks for watching. If you're interested in more Smash content, of course I will be posting that. And I talked about Call of Duty earlier, and I am so hyped about the new Modern Warfare coming out in a couple days. I will definitely be posting some of that as well. I'm very hyped about it. So, thanks.